Could you breathe in a little more, sir? There. That's it. Now, I'm afraid this isn't actually the Bubbles costume, sir. This is more, when did you last see your father?
Yes, well, couldn't I go as when did you last see your father, then?
Well, that's usually a set piece, sir. You need 4 or 5 extras and a desk.
Look, this is a fancy dress ball, and it's only for one night. Now, are you sure you haven't got a cowboy costume?
Really, sir? I told you that it's always the first to go. Very handy for a couple of bottles of beer in each holster.
Not that kind of a party. It's a gin and tonic party. Now, be honest. Do I look too much of a twit?
Not too much, sir. I'll just get the wig. That'll finish it off.
Oh, is King Arthur ready yet?
King Arthur? That was 4 costumes ago. He's changed his mind again. He wants to go as Bubbles.
A striptease dancer?
The lad with the blowing bubbles.
Oh.
Now, will you have a look at him now, madam?
What is it?
Well, isn't it obvious?
No.
It's a little lad, painted by Millais, little boy in blue, blowing bubbles, the first soap advert.
Well, when we go to the ball, are you going to sit all night doing that?
Well, only for the judging, aren't I? That's good, that's good. A standard lamp.
Look again.
No, I'm only kidding, I think. That's marvellous. All you want is a blindfold and scales.
Oh, no.
Yes, sir. She's the Statue of Liberty, sir. £10.
£10 for one night?
That is a liberty. You can keep it.
Oh, really, sir? Are you going to take the costumes or not? I've got Androcles for the BBC television to fit out yet.
Androcles? What's that like?
I'm afraid it's in a play, sir.
Well, just as a matter of interest, how much does all my clobber cost me?
£10 also.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll just keep the wig.
What's that?
Oh, really, madam? Surely you must remember Shirley Temple.
Oh, yes. Quite
That
good.
does it. Now, that does it. Now, you just find us a costume that's cheap, easy to run up, and you don't have much work in it, and we can move around freely.
Adam and Eve.
Hat! No!
Thank you very much.
Surely it's my round?
Oh, no, Mr. Gatwick, it isn't very often I have the privilege of buying you a drink.
I suppose not, Brown. I'm not a frequenter of public houses.
Neither am I. Do you know, I haven't been in a pub since...
There you are, Charlie. You're early tonight.
I want to talk to you about a rather special matter.
Oh, no trouble, I hope, sir. I mean, I hope that my work in the departments has always been acceptable to you.
Oh, indeed, yes, and it's for that reason that I put the organizing of the annual fancy dress on your shoulders.
And the trust is very much appreciated, sir. Actually, all the arrangements are coming along very well.
I sincerely hope so, Brown. As you know, Phil Potts has been doing it for years, but I'm afraid he's getting rather old.
Yes, he is. I've noticed it. Of course, it's not for me to say.
If the organization of this year's fancy dress is satisfactory, there may be changes in the office. You're next in line, Phil Potts, aren't you?
I don't know what to say. It's such a surprise. I mean, thought never entered my mind.
Should you take over, you'll be allowed to decorate his office to your own requirements.
Yes, I've already had an estimate.
Decorating the office entails no more than moving the desk a large pink canvas.
Oh, no, no. Same again.
You understand, of course, that the decision on your promotion may well rest on the success of the fancy dress.
Oh, of course, sir, yes. No.
Never mind. I'll put it on the slate.
Old Philpott's sort of set a pattern, you know, a sort of tradition. I mean, in regard to judging the fancy dress.
Your costumes have always been superb, sir, I've noticed. And you've always won a prize.
I've always won first prize, Brown.
Yes, but I refuse to believe that it was ever prearranged.
And you better.
Oh, brilliant, sir. Sorry. I mean, well, really, it's what makes you what you are, doesn't it? You can safely leave it to me, sir.
I hope so, Brown. The second, third, and fourth prizes will, of course, be judged perfectly fairly. On that point, I am adamant. The manager's prize is a sort of tradition. But apart from that, I'll tolerate no underhandedness.
Typical of you, if I may say so.
Well, as long as we see eye to eye...
Chin, chin, sir.
Are you bringing any guests this year?
Not really, just a couple of neighbors.
No neighbors, Not the ones you brought last year who came as Hiawatha and Minnie Ha-Ha?
The Sykes brothers and sister, yes. Yeah, they're very harmless, really, you know.
Harmless? He had one dance with my wife and it cost me £40 in chiropodist fees. He still walks with a slight limp.
I speak very sharply to him, sir.
He also confided that the judging was a fiddle and that there was a political motive behind his not getting a prize.
But that's ridiculous. I mean, he didn't even make a good Hiawatha. His trousers rolled up to the knee and a hen's feather stuck in an elastic band around his neck. On the other hand, you, sir, were absolutely magnificent. What a marvelous figure you cut as Julius Caesar. That was a deserving first prize, even without tradition, eh? Oh. May I ask you, sir, what is your costume going to be this year?
You may not. What's yours?
Well, I have a small gin, if I may, sir.
Your costume.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Oh, I'm sorry, yes. Well, actually, I'm going as a Roman soldier. I was going as Nelson. But then I thought as organizer, it would be more expedient to keep both my eyes open.
We've only got one more day before the fancy dress ball. We still haven't got a costume.
I've got mine.
What?
Hang on, I'll show you. Hang on. Just don't turn away, I'll show you.
I hope that's not all he's going to wear. I wonder if I could go as... I'm not going as a cuckoo. I'd really like to go as a powder puff. Eric, you frighten me.
Well, go on, then. Have a guess. Now, who is it?
Well, it isn't Hitler, is it?
No, it's not Hitler.
Beethoven.
No, it's not Beethoven. I'm Charlie Brown.
Where are your glasses?
Not Charlie Brown next door, the dog in the you know the cartoon
Yes.
Peanuts. Charlie Brown, Snoopy.
Yes.
He lies on his kennel all day. And your hat. So how would it be if you got some planks of wood?
I'm not going as a dog kennel. And anyway, that's a gimmick. It's only the costumes that get the prize. It's £50 for the premium bonds and a silver cup.
Hat, I can still... And if you get a big sheet of cardboard...
I'm not going as a tin of dog meat either.
You're just negative.
Who'd want to go to a ball as a tin of dog meat?
Yours a doorbell.
Good morrow! We who are about to die salute you. It's rugged and rather colourful. It suits my personality, don't you think?
Forgive me.
Well, it's better than your Hitler.
This is not Hitler. I'm in the Sound of Music. I always dress like this in winter.
This costume's absolutely authentic down to the last detail, you know.
Pretty.
Ancient Roman met me now, he'd bid me salutation.
You'd also wonder why you were wearing national health glasses.
These are not national health glasses, they were my mother's.
Hello? Are you still here, Jacques?
Oh. I'd have known we were going to have a sort of remark like that. I don't suppose you've even got a costume.
Well, as a matter of fact, we haven't.
As a matter of fact, we have. I was keeping it as a surprise.
What's your great surprise, Sykes? Hiawatha again? Or have you lost your feather?
It is not Hiawatha. As a matter of fact, I am also going as a Roman soldier with a standard bearer Roman soldier with a little badge on top, Spock.
Sykes, you just made this up to annoy me.
I haven't. There'll be two of us, you and me, and all the rest of them who are coming, dressed up as rope. I'll tell you what, we could march there with me in the front with my little Spock and ribbons. Do you know what? We could form a phalanx.
I have no intention of forming a phalanx. Anyway, if you're going as a Roman soldier, where's your costume?
It's at the cleaners.
The cleaners?
Well, it's at the sheet metal works. I'm having a pocket put into the skirt.
Oh, really, this is too much. After all, you are my guest.
Guest? Oh, that's nice, isn't it? It's only costing us £8.
£12, Sykes.
Has it gone up?
No. The point is that you two couldn't get in at all if it weren't for me, so it's only fair that you should pay for my ticket as well. And don't forget there's a £50 prize.
£50? And how are we going to split it between 12 Roman soldiers?
How do you know they're going to be 12?
Because I've just been down to the Roman soldiers' shop, haven't I? It's milling, that place. It looks like ancient Gaul.
Look, if your brother goes as a Roman soldier, I'll have him thrown to the lions.
I'll have that over you before you get out of the tunnel.
Eric, you're not really going as a centurion or a Roman soldier, are you?
God, no. Imagine it with my physique. Like a tin of beans on 2 sticks.
Why did you tease poor Mr. Brown like that?
Because he was so cocky about it. Oh, authentic in every detail. Correct the kiss packs.
Well, the fact remains we still haven't got a costume.
Well, we've got the old standby, haven't we? We've got the leopard skin.
Eric, that's not a bad idea. You could go as a leopard, and I could go as Cleopatra and drag you on at the end of a chain.
Oh, that's nice. I can just see it. You sitting at the table there eating like that, and me underneath with a bag of bones.
We've got to think of something.
I know what. I'll stay at home and go as the Invisible Man.
Well, as a matter of fact, that's not a bad idea either. It'd save us £4 for a ticket.
Don't you want me to go?
Oh, of course I want you to go, but what can we... Look, let's think seriously about it. Boadicea, Cleopatra, Dutch girl, charwoman, policewoman...
Policewoman?
Elsie Cratcher! She won't mind if she's not on duty that night. And if the worst comes to the worst, I can go as a policewoman and you can go as my prisoner.
Oh, I got a better idea. Seeing him in that Roman thing has given me a good idea.
What?
I'll go as Julius Caesar and order him about. He'll be a great lad.
It's all right.
I've got more Roman soldier costumes if you want them, love.
Oh, it's all right, Ducky. The producer only asked for 5.
What? But this is Andrew Cleese and the Lion, BBC television.
Yes.
Well, surely you'll want at least 10 soldiers. There's a big battle scene.
Well, all I've got here, Ducky, is wardrobe 5 Roman soldiers.
Well, it's going to be a tatty old war, then. A couple of tussles and that's it.
Oh, it'll look a lot on the screen, Ducky. You watch it and see.
Oh, me? I always watch commercial. Don't catch me sitting through this rubbish.
It's people like you that buy detergents.
Yes, dear, well, I need it working in this dump. All right, love, I'll have them delivered to the rehearsal room on Tuesday.
Sykes was right.
I don't recognize any of them. None of them from our firm. It's too much.
How dare you hire me out this Roman soldier's costume in view of that phalanx?
In view of what, sir?
Well, there are 5 Roman soldiers out there.
It's not enough, if you ask me.
Not enough. I consider it sharp practice on your part to hire out more than 1 Roman soldier's costume.
Well, it's my job, isn't it? Anyway, what's wrong with Roman soldier's costume?
Well, there's nothing wrong with it. It's very elegant, if you have the legs for it.
Oh, yes, you have to have the legs for it. We only supply the costume.
Well, look, have you got an authentic Julius Caesar?
Authentic, sir. Ours is so real, I wouldn't be surprised if you got stabbed.
Et tu, Brutus.
Gone as a powder puff. You ready, Eric? Oh, sorry. You'll catch his death of cold.
Veni vidi vici.
Thank you very much. But aren't you ready yet, Mr. Brown?
Of course I'm ready.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had a bath towel round your time. Come down, let me have a look at you. Oh, yes, that's marvellous. Marvellous.
It is nice, isn't it? Yeah. I am Julius Caesar. Promotion from a Roman soldier, eh? Worked myself up from the ranks.
Yes. Eric, and Mr. Brown's here.
Actually, I'm waiting for Mr. Gatwick, our manager. He's going to give me a lift. There's nothing like being chauffeur-driven, you know.
No, I wouldn't have thought you'd have settled for anything less than a charioteer. Eric!
Friends, Romans, and
Sykes!
Hey, just a minute, that's the same as mine.
You said you were going as a Roman soldier.
Well, so did you. You came in with your legs hanging.
Well, I happen to have changed my mind. As organizer, I have every right to do so.
Right, well, you should change your mind. Change back into the Roman soldier.
I can't. I've taken it back to the shop. Anyway, it'd be socially wrong for you to be Julius Caesar and me to be a mere Roman soldier.
Would it? Well, that is an authentic Roman nose. That's more Surbiton.
Oh, Eric, there's always the leopard skin.
Oh, I've thrown that away. I didn't throw it away. I opened the door and it crawled out.
I know what. Why don't you put on your best suit and go as a tramp?
Mr. Brown, Eric has in his wardrobe some very... Eric, why don't you go as a tramp?
Because I've set my heart on Julius.
Oh, that'll be Mr. Gatwick. Just a minute.
Sounding like a car.
I'm in here, Mr. Gatwick.
Coming in here, is he?
Actually, we were going to offer you a lift, Sykes, but we can't wait about until you change. You'll just have to follow later.
Come along, Brown. Brown, I am Caesar.
Yes, of course, sir, but... Well, you did go as Julius Caesar last year, sir.
And are you now presuming to tell me that it's illegal to use the same costume again? Good heavens! Another of them? What is this, a forum?
Well, hardly, sir. There's only 3 of us.
Sykes, you're speaking to Mr. Gatwick.
I'm sorry.
Actually, sir, I'm Brutus.
Then why are you wearing Caesar's costume?
Quite. Well, look, sir, actually, I have got another costume, if you wouldn't mind waiting while I change.
I'll wait in the car.
Oh, thank you, sir.
As for you, I remember you from last year.
Oh.
If you so much as approach my wife for a dance, I'll sue you for willful and malicious damage.
Gee, well, jealous at this age. Have you seen his wife? I wouldn't touch her with a barge pole.
Eric, you got that sweater with the stripes all round the front.
I'm not going as a bargee. I've set my mind on Julius with a hooter. That is not an oxygen mask.
There'll be trouble here tonight, you reckon? That's the 23rd Caesar that's gone in. They've had a couple of drinks, lad. It'll be the Ides of March all over again.
All right.
Do you know, a few years ago, one of them came as Nero with a violin, tried to set fire to the gents. On to the van, lad, and some of the heavy squad. Can't we handle this ourselves? Don't be daft, lad. Some of them have got swords. Tell us blow the whistle. And draw attention to ourselves. Get the van. See, it this end? I shall be in that doorway over there. Right, off you go.
Oh, yes, we will. We will. Look, you pretend.
I'm not going to...
Yes, you. Just stand aside, ladies and gentlemen. Stand aside. Try not to walk. Come along, please. Come along. Let's bring it on.
It's not contagious, is it?
What?
What he's got?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Would you say it was quite normal?
Yes.
Then what's he doing in his nightie?
He's doing nothing in his nightie. These happen to be robes. I am Julius Caesar.
Oh, I see. One of them. All right, there's no need to worry. Keep calm, everybody. Fares, please.
You have to tell him that I'm one of them.
Well, I always think it's best to tell the truth.
Now look, madam.
For the last time, I am not madam. This is a fancy dress costume, and I am Christopher Robin.
All right. Now, Mr. Robin. The Julius Caesars were causing a disturbance of the peace. It was necessary to lock them all up so they could kill down.
Yes, but you've locked up Mr. Gatwick, the manager.
I don't care, sir, if he was Julius Caesar himself. I can't take the chance. We had the same trouble with another fancy dress ball after the war, when we had 18 Hitlers. They caused more damage to the town hall than the original Hitler himself.
What's going to happen to everything I worked for over all these years? Don't you think you could perhaps just let out Mr. Gatwick? He's the important one, you know.
Oh, all right. I think I understand. I suppose if there's only one Caesar, then it's all right. Constable, release Mr. Gatwick. I'll just get the town hall on the line.
Thank you very much, Sergeant. You won't regret this, you know. Anything like tickets for policemen's concerts.
Well, as a matter of fact, I've got a few here. How many? A dozen?
How much are they?
£5 each. Oh, including that.
When is it?
Thursday night.
How what pity. Working nights.
Hello, Town Hall. Police here. I've got a Mr. Christopher Robin on the line for you.
Hello, get me Harbottle. Oh, is that you, Harbottle? Pardon? What do you mean, wasn't it fun in the bath tonight? Oh. Don't you be impertinent. Hello. Now, listen, Harbottle. Mr. Philpott isn't going to be with the firm very much longer, and I shall be taking over his job. So if you value your job, listen very carefully to what I'm going to tell you.
Ah, there you are. Now, let me warn you, when I find out who's at the bottom of this outrage, you'll find yourself a corporal.
But you were all at each other's throats, sir. It wasn't that bad in ancient Rome.
I'll brook no excuses, Constable.
Sergeant, sir.
For the moment.
All right, Harbottle, don't you forget what I've told you. Oh, welcome back, sir. In the nick of time, as one might say.
What do you mean in time? The fancy dress judging was at 10 o'clock.
Ah, yes, but I just rang up the town hall, and as organizer, I have ordered them to delay the judging.
Oh, well, Philpotts wouldn't have thought of that. All right, come on.
Excuse me, sir. Just as a matter of interest, who is Mr. Christopher Robin?
Oh, surely you know. If I open my fingers a little bit more, I can see Nanny's dressing up on the door.
If you open your mouth a little bit more, you won't see your name on Philpotts' door.
Well, let that be a lesson to you, lad, eh?
It's a bit hectic, wasn't it?
Well, I told you, didn't I?
What a roughhouse. And that was just getting him in the van.
Yeah. Aren't you glad we kept out of sight, eh?
But what will we do if the sergeant makes his rounds?
Ah.
Archie, won't have to tell him anything. Gateway to the George Medal.
Oh! Oh, aye, aye.
Steady on, lad. Listen, it was only a slight fracas. It wasn't Dunkirk. Here, look, come over here, Nick. Come over here. Now, see, now, if you can get a bit of dirt on your face. Now, look, you come down, son. I can't get you there. Right. Now, look, see, if you get just a little touch under the arm, see what I mean? Now, that gives the impression of an almighty woman. See what I mean?
When you finished making each other up,
Yes, I'm just rendering first aid, sir, to an injured colleague.
I never heard that rubbing dirt on the face is conducive to healing. Either you're trying to stop me going in, or we're dancing.
Well, I'm very sorry, sir, but I believe that you are dressed in the facsimile, sir, of Julius Caesar. And no Caesars are allowed.
Oh, come now, Constable Turnbull.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Brown. Hey, you've had your hair done. Well. Are you going to the fancy dress as well, then?
Well, I'm not in the habit of walking about the streets dressed up like Christopher Robin. Actually, we've just come from the police station.
Yes, and the sergeant contacted us not 10 minutes ago, sir, to admit only one Caesar.
And this is Caesar.
Oh, no, he isn't, sir. Oh, no. We saw him go in just after the call, sir, and he was accompanied by a lady constable.
Yes, but this is Mr. Gatwick, the manager.
Gatwick, that's what the sergeant said.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, I suppose that's in order then, sir. Right, in you go, sir.
Thank you, Constable.
That's all right, sir. I wouldn't mind going in there myself, sir.
With a little more intelligence, you could go as a policeman.
Ha!
It's all right, son. It's all right. We'll get him for dressing up.
Ah, there you are, Harbottle. You may now proceed with judging the fancy dress costumes.
We've just done it, sir.
Done it? But I telephoned through instructions that you were to delay it until Caesar arrived, and that he was to get the first prize.
That's right. He got in about 10 minutes ago. There you are.
Mr. Brown, and he got first prize!
I just won by a nose. Mr. Gatwick, I've adjusted her down for your wife. She's gone home with a limp.
Brown!
Do you know, we did a lap of honor. What's the matter with him?
Christopher Robin is saying his prayers.